call is now being
Este es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello, Javi.
Hey, what it do?
How's it
Hold on,
going?
let me turn this shit down. I was blasting. I was bumping. I was going up the day room, homeboy. Yeah, just right here fucking, I was just finished putting this little amplifier together. The little house system. What's up, though?
That's right. Yeah, and I could hear you.
You hear me?
I could hear you jamming in the background.
Ah, man, homie. Homie, music is just getting better and better, dog. I need to get out already. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I gotta
right.
go hit the clubs. I don't be hitting the clubs at my age still.
That's
Hey, fool, I ain't lying, dog. Hey, I ain't lying, homie. I'm gonna go in there. Hey, just like when I was young, you know, and I was a little paisa-looking, little fucking border brother-looking dude, and the little white girls used to say, "Damn, look at that little motherfucker getting off," because they never expected for me to know how to dance, you know. So I'm gonna do the same thing when I get out. I'm gonna be older and shit, and I'm just gonna lean on that wall, and then I'm just gonna pop out. What's up? So hey, are we on?
Yeah, you know it. Hey, don't be popping a hip. You know, you're going to be doing some crazy movida, and bam, your hip is going to give, and then you're going to be man down.
Hell no. That's why I work. Hey, fool, I work out 3 times a day sometimes. I'm on a mission. I set myself a goal, and I'm gonna get it done. I mean, told you I was out there racing yesterday. Well, fucking, I did pretty good. I came in 3rd, and there was a gang of us that were racing. So, I mean, I'm putting my body to a challenge. I want to see how much it can handle. You know?
Hey, Angel from the 805 just showed up, and he put that's right, a chili limon and the wheelchair bandit Cubo homeboys.
That's right, homeboy. El sillita bandidita. Yeah, homie. Hey, you don't know how much I hate that part. Like, I was so glad that motherfucker got up when I booked him. Like, man, I was relieved because I would have been fucked up if that fool would have stayed on his little wheelchair. Oh, yeah, I probably would have gotten jumped. Like, man, why are you fucking sad just doing the wheelchair? This handicapped motherfucker.
Hey,
Javier. Wrong with this motherfucker.
Hey, Javier. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, you're an equal opportunist bandit. You don't discriminate.
That just looks so ugly. Hey, that just sounds fucked up. And, like, man, if I was to see somebody do that to somebody that's really handicapped like that, I probably would have had to fucking help that dude, you know? But yeah, that fool got up and he squared off with me and we were fighting. And that fool, he couldn't get around the fierro though. He was getting booked. But yeah, homie, I was so relieved when he got up. And then he had little knee braces that back then they give you these little knee braces with like a bunch of little things you turn, and they got like little metal, so you can hear his knee braces kind of making noise like clink, 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 clink. And the whole yard was laughing because they really thought that fool was fucking paralyzed, and there was nothing wrong with that motherfucker. But yeah, it's wheelchair bandit, homie. In the house.
That's
in
right.
La casa.
Yeah.
That's right. I sent mine to the homie Angel. I think he said is that the one that was like from somewhere in the Logan Heights area, right there in San Diego or something like that.
No. That's Vince.
Correctly.
That's Vince. Vince is from San Diego.
Okay.
Angel, he's from.
Okay.
He remember he called in. He's the one that él es el que tiene abuelita de Batman.
Oh yeah. He said, yeah, I'm right here just chilling with Abuelita de Batman. Hey, you know what's fucked up though is that I think he kind of misunderstood why we say that. Hey. Abuelita de Batman is like another, because he be saying, hey, I'm laying down with Abuelita de Batman. I'm like, oh, he's calling this girl Abuelita de Batman. Not good, Angel. Man, your girl gonna put it on you, homie. But nah, that's just a way of saying, instead of saying, that's right, we say Abuelita de Batman. Because in Spanish, we say a huevo. So, you know, us Mexicans, we fucking switch it up just to make it sound funny and make it interesting. But pretty much, hey, I got the whole fucking yard saying that in here. Abuelita de Batman. Hey, I had the fucking lieutenant one time when I was in the package room. When I was a package clerk, I used to have the lieutenant say that all the time. I had him saying, hey, miss me with that shit or Abuelita de Batman. One time he was telling me some shit. He goes, hey, Javi, if you're getting high and if you're slamming right here in the program office, just don't let me catch you. And I looked at him. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, you can miss me with that shit. I don't do that shit. He goes, yeah, I don't care, but just don't let me catch you, because I don't mind you guys getting high. Just don't do it in the fucking program office. And I would say, what does that mean, miss me with that shit? I say, fucking miss me with that shit. Like, don't tell me that shit. I don't do that. I took offense to that shit. I'm like, well, I look like a fucking drug addict or what the fuck? But nah, she was just, he was just tripping because I'm always, like, real hyperactive.
Yeah.
But Simon Limon.
That's right. Hey,
Simon Limoncito, what's up with the homie Siles? What's he driving about?
Who? What homie?
Is he gonna try the video?
Oh.
Siles.
What did he cut it?
I always get his name wrong. Siles.
Yeah, no. He called me about some other thing, but
okay.
yeah, no, we got all that squared away, so we're good, man. And I was texting you to call me back. Do you remember where you left off at yesterday?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was let me see. So I was talking about okay, so I had just left Tehachapi. I think I went and came back. I kept going back to Tehachapi because Tehachapi was like something to really fucking, man, I'm telling you, Tehachapi something like they can make a movie out of that whole fucking prison, homie, because it's like the CO's got the fucking devil in them, homie. Like, you would never expect for a fucking cop in front of everybody just bluntly walk in and start kicking somebody dead in the face with the boots on. The fool had glasses on and he was already handcuffed. And he's already bleeding because he was stabbing some other inmates. And the cops were mad because he was hiding under the table and the tower was trying to shoot him. And the tower was getting mad because he kept missing. So he told all the cops that were running in there, beat his ass. Like, get it for me. And that fool took it and called another CO to go into the tower. He ran into the tower and that dude that was in the tower came down and kicked him dead in the fucking jaw, homie. And like, damn, and they caught me looking, and that fool came up to me and he put his fucking foot on my neck. And he's like, what's up, man? You want to keep looking? You got a problem? And I was like, nah, man, I'm sorry. I wrote that shit down quick, homie. Like, yeah, you can't fuck with them cars. They're straight Diablos, homie. But yeah, so I was in Tehachapi, I think. So I went back. They sent me back to Kern Valley.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like if it was meant to be, homie, I accidentally fucking jumped off the. I was a porter and I was running with the trash can, picking up trays after because they used to selfies, and they were rushing me. So I was coming down with the trash can, and I jumped like maybe I still had like 4 steps to go on the stairs, and I said fuck it, I'll jump it, and I jumped it, but I had the trash can on me, and when I landed, that extra weight from the trash can, fucking broke my foot. So I was like, oh, I remember I hurt that shit pop. And so they sent me out. You can't be in that prison if you got anything wrong with your feet, or if they give you a cane or crutches or wheelchair, they ship you out because there's stairs in that prison. There's stairs in the day room. You got to be in a flat area where it's straight flat ground. So yeah, they sent me back to Kern Valley. I think that's where I left that. So I went back into the same fucking yard with all the fuck ups, the STG. They call it the STG yards. I have a problem saying STG. Yards, STG. It's for the fucking security threat groups. So you go and they put you right there with all the fuckers. So I'm right back in there, homie. You know, I left that place fucking 3 times. 3 times I left that place. I can't go nowhere. Like, I got enemies everywhere. And back then they used to let you sign off. They let you sign off. Like, they'll call the dude, hey, check this out. You know, in 1995 or whatever, you and him, you know, got into a fight or he stabbed you or whatever, you know. Do you want to sign off? You know, it protects them from a liability from you filing a lawsuit if you do something to him. So they call you and then you get on the phone and these guys talk a little bit and they say, yeah, you can sign off, and we'll sign off and I could go to that prison now. Well, now they don't let that shit don't fly no more because fools were signing off and then they were setting up a fight and they would go at it and I guess some fool ended up getting killed. So now they don't let you sign off. So I was stuck in that prison. I couldn't go nowhere. Until just now, you know, finally made it to a level 3, and I still can't believe I'm here. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I was like, that's where I hooked up that safe when I was helping out all the dudes that they had telephones and shit, and you know, I was dealing with the dudes that are righteously doing good though. People that are doing good, people that are fucking, you know, they're more family orientated, like they believe they're getting out, so they believe they still have a chance to make a family, and you know. They didn't want to miss out on all the golden years of their kids growing up, so they got cell phones, you know. So not everybody uses the cell phones for bad things, you know. The majority of the dudes that I knew, they were just with the family. They were talking to the kids, FaceTiming with the kids and the son, you know. And then none of the dudes really fucking did drugs. They used to drink a lot, you know, and I don't blame them, you know. A lot of dudes can't handle it. They need some kind of getaway and shit. Mine is drawing and fucking fixing shit. That's my little fucking, that's my go-to. So yeah, I'm right there, homie, and fucking, yeah, I say fucking a lot, huh? I think that's my nervous thing when I say fucking and the fucking. Hey, now that I'm on that subject, I got to tell you, one time my girl, when I was in the streets, for my birthday, she got me a shirt that said fucking the fuck. Because every other word was fuck. But I don't mean to. It's just fucking bad. It's a bad habit. Yeah, so I'm there, homie, and fucking, I'm already thinking about, you know, I know I'm getting old. I know I've been in here my whole fucking life. You know, I don't want to die here. You know, my dad's getting old. My mom's getting old. So I got to change my ways. I got to bite my tongue, you know. I got to stop being snappy. That's my problem. I was snappy. You couldn't tell me shit. I wanted to fight right away. You know, I didn't ever want to be wrong. I thought I was always right. So I did like self-reflecting and self-analyzing. And I wrote. I got a lot of shit. One of these days on a private call, I'm going to read some stuff to you that I've been writing. And so, you know, I'm a work in progress. I mean, you know, I'm on God. I believe in God. I fear God. I mean, and I believe that, you know, every man could change, you know, regardless of how vicious and how cruel you used to be. When you start to get old, you start to realize, hey, I'm only here temporarily. What's going to happen to me when I die? Where am I going to go? You know, and I grew up knowing, I grew up with my tias and my tios and my mom and my dad, everybody telling me that, you know, you're going to burn in hell. I was like, hell no, I don't want to burn in hell. So I started minding God, like, you know what, I don't want to, hell no, just the thought of just burning forever. So I changed my ways. I mean, and so it was so hard. I started not to fucking lash out, and you know, I got punched out one time and I didn't punch back. That was the hardest part ever, you know. And then I realized, like, okay, a lot of the homies came up to me and they told me, hey, Javi, that's good that you didn't do that, my boy. You're trying to get home, you know. And we already know you got it in you. You don't got to prove yourself, but you always feel like you have to. You always feel like you know, if you get into some kind of little fucking little squabble and shit, or somebody calls you out, and you feel like if you don't agree, they say, hey, check this out, honey, me and you, we got issues. I feel some type of way with you, and I want to get on my chest. Let's go. We're gonna fight in the shoe yard or in the back of the stairs or whatever. And he calls you out, and you say, Charlie, you know, and the whole yard knows about it. You know, so they call that shit bitching out, like you bitching out. So who wants to be that guy? You know, you don't want to be that motherfucker that bitched out. So a lot of times, we succumb to peer pressure. So that was me, you know, like, fuck that. So I started learning, like, I said, you know what, I don't give a fuck no more. You know, I'm not going to do it. It's just not going to give me nothing but shoe turns. So what made me feel much better was the homies telling me, like, they literally wrote me long-ass kites, like, hey, Javi, I've known you for like 15 years. I know you got it in you, my boy. You don't have to fucking prove yourself no more. You need to get out. You know, you've been down a long time. A lot of dudes that got the same amount of time you got only did 20 years and got out. You know, you're going on 31 years and you still got out. So you got to think about what's going to happen, your consequences. Like, if you get into a stupid fight, just one fight alone, no ruin. Like, say, if you're like 8 years clean and, you know, this dude fucking, you know, he punches you and you just react. Like, boom, he punches you and you punch him back. That alone, that little decision right there, split second, boom, right there, that'll throw all the 8 years clean that you've done out the window. Board don't want to hear nothing. You fucked up, you're done. You got to come back next 3 years or 4 years. So that's been my story. You know, I'm going on my sixth board. This is going to be my sixth time. My fifth or sixth, something like that. And so, yeah, man, that prison right there was
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, Javi.
Right there humbled me big time. Yes, sir.
So I know our call's is about to get cut off shortly. If you could go ahead and give us a call back, but before that, hey, I want to go ahead and drop this on your lap right here. El Fish Lair SoCal just dropped $19.99, so you're gonna be having some feria.
¡Órale!
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I'm gonna be.
Man, thank you for the telling. Hey, I gotta send this drawing, dog. How can I just send it to you? Do you got a PO box?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Yeah.
Because
I don't ever ask for the actual address. It's never a good idea to give out your address. It's always better to have a PO box when you got a business like that, or when you're doing some kind of stuff like this. Always have a PO box. So, or I'll send it to Leti, but Leti be bushing. Okay, it's about to hang up. I'll call right back.
Hey.
Okay, right back?
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me back, but hold on.
Yeah.
So he wants to know. He also asked me to ask you if you know Little Happy from Logan Heights.
Oh shit! You know what? I think I do. He's about like 36, 37 years old, about 40. If it's him, I know three happies from Logan Heights.
I know three of them.
Yeah. I know three happies from Logan Heights. Little Happy is his older brother is Big Happy. So if it's him, yeah, I know him.
All right, so the call got disconnected. So he should call us back shortly, and then I'm gonna go ahead and ask him your question, Angel, to see when he goes to parole. I told parole board. I think if I'm not mistaken, I want to say he goes to the parole board like in July. But right now, when he calls back, then we'll go ahead and have him confirm that or give us the exact date when he's gonna be going back to the parole board. I know last time he went, they gave him a 3-year denial, but he said that he could go back to the board within a year and a half. So the year and a half mark, I think, is gonna be this year in July. So hopefully, he has some good news, coming his way. The last time.
This call is now being
Este
recorded.
es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so and then we also had a question from Angel from Ventura County. And he's asking he wants to know when you go to the parole board, your parole board hearing.
I'll go either in March or June. The reason I say March or June is because my lawyer put in for half of the 3 years, because last time I went, they gave me a 3-year denial. But you could put, after a year and a half, you could ask for an advancement. So if it gets granted, I could probably go before that. So it's between now and June, I think. Pretty sure.
It's coming up then.
But yeah, man. And you know what's crazy, bro? Like, I got this letter that I wrote to the warden, and I was explaining to him, like, I have not had a fair hearing ever because of my struggle with reading. I've been trying to get tested for a learning disability. The way they look at it is you trying to con them. Like, no, you just being lazy. You don't want to do the work. Fuck no. I got proof of all my return offenders, and, I got letters that I was trying to do corresponding courses. So, yeah, so the reason I've been getting denied, is because of that. So now my reading is up to par because of the tablet. The tablet corrects your spelling, and you can do the e-books and all that, and you can read and still follow along and hear it. So, yeah, but, yeah, I go to board, hopefully, man, I don't know. Like I was telling you earlier, dog, like my luck, like the kind of luck I got, it's unheard of. Like, and everybody that knows me, like bad luck Javi right there. They'll be passing out motherfucking, like, chicken, and I get a fucking little pigeon. Every time we pass out chicken, and then when I go grab my tray, it's a little tiny little piece of little leg. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then everybody laughs. They're like, man, what a Javi. And I tell everybody, you see, I'm not bullshitting. But yeah, homie, Fish Slayer, Chingo de Gracias, and he's gonna like the drawing, dog. It's I'm just touching it up a little bit because I had so much work, man. I was doing so much. I fucking committed to a bunch of, like, fixing a bunch of electronics in here, and so I kind of shammed a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna like it. I'll try to get it. I'll try to get that one, yours, and the screenshots of all the other stuff that I told you about. Try to get all that to you. But
That's right.
Going back into my little thing where I was saying in Kern Valley, right? Like, that's when, like, these last fucking 7 years, I could say, after I became single self status, like, permanent. Like, I cannot get a celly anymore. I noticed, like, I get in no trouble. Like, I really don't find much that's gonna get me in trouble. That tells you how hard it is to actually do your time, go to board, clean. Like, they sometimes, back then they expected 15 years clean, not a single write-up to have a chance at parole. You know, imagine that. You know, you could barely do a year sometimes. There's dudes that get like 5 write-ups a year, but they got dates. They don't care. When you come in and doing like a 3-year stretch, you can get as many write-ups. That's not gonna hold as long as you're not picking up more time and you go into court and the district attorney is picking up the case and they're gonna actually try you in court. When you max out, you max out. So if you owe shoe time, like say you owe 3 years shoe time, when you leave the prison, when your release date comes, they let you go home. But if you get busted again, you go red line. You get red line. They red line you all the way straight to the shoe. So you owe 3 years of shoe or the hole. They don't have the shoe no more, so they'll put you in the hole. So yeah, I mean, doing clean time and staying out of trouble though is like it's an everyday challenge. I mean, like you step out the house and you know, especially now all these kids that are coming in. They're coming in here, you know, imagine they're stuck on their tablet and they're on social media the whole time. They're pretty much not people person. They're just fucking, their whole fucking time they spend on the phone. So when they encounter like a live conversation and you got to speak to them.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
The respect level is 0, I mean, you know, and I try to help a bunch of these kids. So a lot of the shit that gets stirred up in prison nowadays is them. It's all the new kids that are coming in, and they're coming in there with their fucking badasses. And hey, you know what? One thing I can't tell you though is that a lot of these motherfuckers could fight because they grew up into that new UFC fighting. You know, a lot of these kids they get into that. You know, when I got busted, I was barely starting to come out. And I'm pretty sure if I was out there, I would have got in. I love sports like that. Any kind of, I took taekwondo classes for like 8 months, and you know, I've always kind of liked stuff like that. So, but a lot of these kids that are coming in, they're some good squabbing little motherfuckers. Hey, when the yard goes down and you know it's like 2 youngsters gonna fight, you're gonna post up and you know you're gonna watch a good ass fight. So yeah, it gets on the cracking sometimes, but again, the respect thing is something to. Oh man, it's something, dog. Like that kid that was fucking fat shaming the kid, that little fat boy in the classroom. I couldn't see it happen, homie. Nobody was saying nothing. That's why I trip out. Nobody was saying nothing. And pretty much I was putting my board date on the line because I had to go and tell the homie, hey, homie, leave that dude alone, dog. Look at yourself. Like you're talking shit about him. Have you seen yourself when you play handball? Your fucking titties are sagging, homie. Like he got mad. I go, he didn't like that shit, huh? His eyes got hella red, and that fool had like tears coming down his eye. He was ready to fight. He was ready to punch me, and I just looked at him. I go, you see how that felt? Imagine how you making that dude feel. Like you just gagging on that dude like he was gagging on him for like 15 minutes. So, but yeah, where I was at, I was in Kern Valley, homie, and you know. I'm already transitioning into my new. I'm morphing. I like that word when you told me that you could do them videos. You can morph, like put one picture and then morph out of that one. So I was morphing from my old life into the new me, and I went through some shit. Especially COVID hit. I didn't want to go to the hospital because if you go to the hospital, they quarantine you. They quarantine you and they move you out of the building. They put you in another building. I didn't want to lose my cell. I had that safe right there. I had everybody's fucking chingaderas right there in the house. So, you know, one time I got in a fight and they broke my jaw. And I let it heal by myself in the house. You know, I was eating through a fucking straw. I was fucking doing milkshakes without my food. And it took me like a good maybe 4 months for me to be able to open and then close my mouth again. But it did fuck up the bottom row of my teeth got a little crooked. And then after that, fucking some other dude fucking wanted to fucking get busy, wanted to fight and shit. And fuck, fool, he swung on me and I was trying not to fight him. And I kind of fucking swung back and that fool noticed, like, oh shit, he is going to fight back. Because a lot of dudes, once you tell dudes that you're trying to do good and you're trying to go home, they're right on that. They test you all the time. Because the odds of you wanting to fight is probably going to be 0. So that's another thing. Like half the time I have a hard time collecting from these fools that owe me for fixing their shit because they know I'm trying to do good. So that's another thing they're right on. So the second time some fool fucking, he seen that. So he grabbed me. This fool weighed maybe 240. This is a big ass dude. And he fucking took me to the ground and he dropped all his weight on my shoulder. So I broke like my whole shoulder, the whole bottom of my armpit and the whole bottom of my armpit up to my ribs on the side was purple and black for about a month. And I knew something was real fucked up in my arm. But again, I couldn't go to the hospital because I was going to get quarantined. I was going to get that write-up. All these things are write-ups that pretty much fights that I didn't look for. That's just me trying to not get in trouble. And, luckily I didn't get busted, And I'm going to tell the board all that. I'm going to come clean. I'm going to tell them, look at, yeah, I haven't been fighting, but I've been having to deal with this. Like, I couldn't even defend myself because you guys are telling me that, next time we get in a fight, like, it's going to mess up my board date, but, we're not allowed to defend ourselves, or you want you to tuck and roll, and that's what they want. When somebody comes up to you and they got they getting kind of froggy with you and they want to fight, you can't fight. They punch on you and they crack you and they split your eye open or whatever, you can't swing back, homie. Ain't that some crazy shit? That's just some crazy shit right there, homie. Like, oh, man. Not only are you dealing with, degrading or they're fucking just belittling you by fucking putting hands on you, now you gotta fucking let it go, and then now you can't even fight back, and then people are gonna talk shit about you. So it's a lot to take in, homie. So yeah, I went through a lot of that shit, homie. I was still refusing to fight back. I was trying to, again, the homies were the ones that were helping me. They were telling me, hey, Javi, leave it alone. Just don't go back, don't. Yeah, everybody knows what you did. Everybody knows you got it in you. They know what you're about. You got to stop trying to be that. You're getting old, homie. You're trying to get out. And yeah, sure enough, it was something, but yeah, it's still thinking about it right now. I get kind of like antsy, like, man, I can't believe that shit, because people that don't know me, of course, they're gonna say, oh yeah, I seen that dude in fucking Kern Valley like 10 years ago, and he got fucking cracked, and he got socked and he didn't punch back. Well, guess what? That motherfucker don't know me, so so when you go to another prison, now there's a rumor. Oh yeah, I know that fool. He was over there in Kern Valley, and some fool socked him, and he didn't punch back. But don't let me hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about it. I have to explain myself. But yeah, that's the kind of shit that people talk out of the side of the neck, homie. They don't even know the truth, and you hear it all the time. That's why I keep a small little circle. When I go to day room, homie, it's probably like 5 of us. We got a little table right by the phone, and we play cards, or we fucking. Most of the time, we're doing a homework for some of them are doing like CGA, some are doing Gogi, some are doing like I'm doing domestic violence and CGA. I don't know why I'm doing CGA, because that's mostly with people that were like really, really into gangs. I was never like that. I was from the hood, but I was one of them homies. I was from the hood, but I was more into like break dancing and, competing. Back then when they had to break dance and going to clubs and fucking competing dance competitions, and I was into sports. I was not one of them little thuggish little dudes that wants to go tagging and want to go, all right, homie, I'll send mine. Hey, yeah. Hey, can you get us to Hey, you do me a favor, will you get us to Gary? Yeah. Thank you, Gary. 1019, thank you. Yeah, hey, sorry about that. Somebody came to the door. I had something for Gary. But yeah, homie, so I was never like that, dog. And the homies that I used to carry with me in the car, I would get mad when we're driving and that fool would flash the fucking gang sign. I would tell him, I go, hey, dog, the only thing you're asking for is for that fool to shoot, to pull a gun and shoot at us, homie. Stop doing that shit. That's going to get you killed. And a lot of the homies that I used to tell them, I used to tell them like that, they're dead now. They're not even here now, because they refuse to fucking stop doing that shit. I never understood why people want to look at another motherfucker and just because he looks like he's from another hood and flash your gang sign. For what? This shit just makes no sense. I never went around tagging my name on nothing. So when I got busted and people were asking, hey, what hood are you from? I'm from Sherman. That just never really heard of me.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I was not like that. So the reason they would know is because of my brothers. At that time when I was going through my whole little hood shit, I had 7 brothers. I had, so a lot of them had already done time before me. And so they would know, oh yeah, that's Nacho's little brother, or Memo's little brother, or Chava. So Memo, Chava, Nacho, all them fools, everybody knows them because they were more into the gang stuff, the gang life and shit. I was into fucking dancing, fucking going to clubs, making money. then I became, I started selling drugs. I wanted my lowrider. I wanted to have a bad bitch and a bad ride, and that shit fucking cost my whole fucking life, my whole fucking youth in here. So that's another reason why I started. I think I already said this. That was the reason why I wanted to do this, so kids could hear this shit, and parents, and if they got kids, they could tell their kids and check their friends. And because I didn't know my homie was he was in that deep with whatever the fuck, I was just thinking it was him, his dad, his brother, and we were cooking dope. And I was thinking, cool, we're making money cooking dope. We got money. We're doing good. I always kept a job, so I always had a little backup, if they ever asked where you getting your money from. But so it was hard hiding the money and having I couldn't buy nothing under my name. So it's not as fun, it's not as glamour, you can't put it. It's like, people think, oh yeah, I'm going to be a baller. Fuck no, it's so super hard to be a baller and have money because you got to show where you're getting the money from.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Yeah, that shit stands out, homie. It stands out. So, yeah, it wasn't fun. I enjoyed it. I would go to especially after I was wanted, I would go into the motels or hotels that we used to get into the big ones, the nice ones, the Hyatt Regency, the top of the line hotels, the suites. And whatever clothes I came into that hotel room with, when I left, I would leave everything there. Why carry the shit, So I'll just go buy new clothes. I will leave and then go to fucking whatever mall and just buy new clothes. And so everywhere I went, I would leave everything. I would cruise around with a little PlayStation because that's what I would do. At times I'd kick back and just play fucking Street Fighter or fucking Mario Brothers, whatever. And I used to leave everything there. And the homies would tell me, like, fool, this shit crazy as hell. I go, man, I got to spend my money somewhere. And give it to your sister, give it to your mama. Hell no, I don't want to get him involved in nothing, It's going to hang up.
All right, so his time was up already. He should be calling us back shortly. But for today, I'm going to have to cut this call short when he calls back right now. Just because I have some other pending gentlemen that I need to speak to today. So I've been like kind of not stopped since the morning. I got up at, I think at about 7, got ready, started making phone calls and whatnot. And, what are we at? We're already at 2 p.m. So at 4 o'clock, we're going to be having Jesse and David come on. So if you enjoy listening to them, stay tuned. Make sure you got your alerts set up so you don't miss out any of these conversations that they're going to be having. And typically with Jesse and David, we do have a lot of laughter and a lot of jokes and whatnot. So right now, when Javi comes back, I'll go and just let him know, and then we'll definitely have him back on. I think we'll probably have him back on at about 7 if possible.
This call is now being recorded.
Link. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier YANEZ.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hey, Javi, take over right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take over. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. All right.
No problem.
All right, cool.
Do it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, but am I on? Or you put me on hold, right?
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
Oh, am I? Okay. So yeah, do your thing. I'll keep pushing. So yeah, man, for those that are new or those that are barely logging in, that's the reason why I chose to do this little telling story. It's like a life's journey. We're here on this earth for a minimum amount of time, man. Like, lucky if some people, they say the average life expectancy of an inmate is 62 years old. I'm about to turn 51 or 52. I don't pay much attention to this shit, but I'm about to turn 51 or 52 in May. And so imagine that. So here I am, they're saying that, most inmates die at the age of 62. So I believe that is the inmates that don't work out, the inmates that just sit there and eat and watch TV and just stay on their ass all day. I don't, man. I work out sometimes 3 times a day, and I take care of my body. You know, I'm trying to, if I do get out, I'm trying to push a good 20, 30 years. I'm trying to, I'm trying to live. I didn't get a chance to live out there. My whole youth was in here. So yeah, my whole reason why I decided to do this is, if I'm gonna be on this earth for such a short time like this, especially I was, most of my life in here. I now lived in here longer than I've been alive out there. I was 20 when I got busted. So I want to be able to do, leave something, do something good before I die. And that's what I decided to do. If I could help by sharing my story, and I could help, some parents that got kids, or kids that are listening, or teenagers, or, young men in their 20s that are fucking out there fucking slanging dope or getting involved in shit and not paying attention and thinking that it's all fucking fun and it's, that you can get away with shit. That's not always the case, man, because you're always thinking that, you're slick and nobody knows what you're doing, but you get to trusting one person, and that's what I did. I trusted one of my cronies, he was my little road dog, and all along he was fucking being fake, he was, we set up a little drug deal, and fucking the plan was to go deliver the drugs and grab the money, and we split the money. He had a different plan. We've been doing it for years. I'm gonna say a good 3 years we were saying, and everything was always good. Everything was always, we were making a little money, and that one time he got greedy, and so he decided he's going to switch the plan on me, and he didn't do it to the last second. So I was there. I was there when it happened, and we ended up taking the dude's life and the money and the dope, and that was not the plan. So what am I to do? Nobody knows him by his name. Everybody knew me by my name because the dude that got killed, he was one of my friends.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
All right, Javi. Hello.
Smoke a little bit of weed.
Hey, Javi.
Weed is not considered to me. Yeah.
Hey,
I hear you.
My apologies. So I'm back now, but I gotta cut it because I got another call I gotta make. But I appreciate you tuning in or calling in
for sure.
And at 7, we're on for 7 today, right?
Yeah, we're on for 7. We're gonna do that video visit and see what you can make of that. But for sure, homie, for sure.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'll be there. Okay, hey, well, Simón, again, before I go, hacer más saludos to everybody, especially hay un chingo de gracias al Fish Slayer. And as soon as I hang up right here, I'm going to go back to the art. That's what I've been doing, bumping and drawing. And I'll get all that out and try to give me a P.O. box or somewhere I can send everything, all right?
I got you.
All right, then, homie. Hey, you guys, everybody take care. You guys have a good one.
All right, and like I always say around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I'm out.
Bam! That's right. Collect our community. All right.